Today we've got a 3-hour train ride on this train behind me to Granada. This is the view from our hotel room, and you can see the main attraction of Granada, Alhambra, up there.
We're at Alhambra, which is a fortress palace that was built by the Muslim rulers of the 13th and 14th centuries. The Islamic architecture of the palaces is really quite stunning, with gorgeous courtyards and intricate detail all over the place, including over arches, on walls and even on the ceilings.
Around Alhambra are the architect's gardens known as the General Art, and within those gardens is the Summer Palace. They've made really good use of water to keep the place nice and cool. This is a great idea. These handrails have water flowing through them, almost like mini water slides. This company here seems to specialise in taking aerial photos from a little blimp. So we've just walked across the border from Spain to Gibraltar, very light security, and the first thing to greet us here is a brilliant British telephone box. Gibraltar was bizarre. It felt like you'd landed in an English town. It had everything you'd expect, with high street brand shops, British telephone boxes, post boxes and trash cans. So we're at the Rock of Gibraltar, which is this British-owned outcrop in Spain, and it's very important for a geographical point of view. On this side here is the Atlantic Ocean, and then on this other side here is the Mediterranean. And behind me, behind the Strait of Gibraltar, is Morocco and Africa, just over there in the distance. It's quite an interesting rock. It's got some interesting military buildings and structures and tunnels and so forth, and it's also got the friendly resident apes that you can see over here.
The apes, or the macaques of Gibraltar, are fun to watch, but they're not so much friendly as rather notorious for being aggressive in getting food from people. This cheeky ape here tried to steal our lunch. We retreated to a cave of stalactites and stalagmites, where we were able to finish our lunch ape-free.
The British have made 70 kilometres of tunnels throughout Gibraltar, some of which you can still visit today. Behind me is a bit of land that joins Gibraltar to Spain, and it's quite interesting because the airport runway crosses the road that comes into town, so they must have to stop traffic for the flights to be able to come in. We're currently crossing the Strait of Gibraltar over to Africa. You can see Gibraltar behind me and Africa's ahead of us. Ceuta is one of those unusual political anomalies. It's located within Morocco, but it's actually a Spanish-owned territory.
We're out on the peninsula next to Ceuta. You can see the distance over there, Gibraltar, and then right here behind me is what seems to be a military base.
We can see over there on the hills of Morocco wind turbines, which is a bit unexpected.
down in Spain, but now we're about to walk over the border to Morocco.
Turns out we've arrived in Morocco on a holiday, so limited public transport. We're just waiting here for a shared taxi. The Medina, or Old Town part of Chefchaouen, was beautiful, with most of the buildings painted blue. They even had some gravestones painted blue in the cemetery.
This is our room in Chefchaouen, and you can see Michael's already made himself at home with a computer. Check out our bathroom and shower. Unfortunately in Chefchaouen, we got to know our bathroom and bedroom all too well, as both of us were struck down by a tummy bug over a couple of days. One of these days it rained, so at least we didn't lose too much time.
Whilst we weren't able to get out for any day hikes as originally planned, we were able to get out for a couple of short walks.
One, two, 1, 2, 3.
Today we're going to try and make our way to Fez. We've got a 4-hour bus ride, so hopefully we'll make it.
12 stories high, watch the smoke against the sky, and the daytime turns into dark. Now who would have thought?
This looks like a bar in the pool at our hotel. There are stools here in the swimming pool, and there's this round thing where we think someone must stand and serve drinks.
Now I just watch your building on fire.
We're in the old medieval Medina of Fez. It was built in the 9th century, so it's very old.
Burn me down. So I take
The Fez Medina is the largest urban pedestrianised area in the world, with thousands of streets.
burn me down. You know
Some of these streets in the Medina are pretty narrow.
on the ground.
Some of the buildings really need holding up, and that's why they have scaffolding.
Give what you get. I guess you haven't learned that lesson yet. Or maybe do I have that other
These seats and carriers are rented out for weddings.
fire I set? I see it hasn't reached your room yet. And I know you never survived the fall all the way to the ground. I know you haven't replaced your alarm.
One of the most interesting sites in the Medina are the tanneries, where leather is produced by traditional means. We're overlooking a tannery in Fez, and you can see behind us the whole process in place. Over there in the limestone is where they actually separate the fleece from the skin. For about 10 days it soaks there, and then the skin is actually washed in that water wheel over there. After that, the skin is actually left in dye for about 7 days, and all these dyes you can see are from natural ingredients. So the red is from poppies, and the yellow is from saffron, mint is used for green, and orange is henna. The smell is quite strong, so they give us a little bit of mint here to help off-put the smell while we're looking at it.
From 12 stories high, I watch the smoke clear from the sky, and the dark day turns back to bright.
Fez has 1 million citizens, but it's still quite a densely populated city. You can see the edge of the city over here, and it ends quite abruptly, and then nothing after that but cemeteries and then the hills over here that are very sparsely populated.
But you build me up, you burn me down. So I take the trick you play and turn it around. You build me up, you burn me down.
There's a very manual labour Moroccan car wash service down here.
And on the ground. Ooh, I love to watch you